Today I'm going to tell you what it took to finally get tested for TMAU and what I do to control it. For 4 years I tried every soap, deodorant, cream, powder, lotion, anything you could find in the store, every crazy solution to odors on the internet. I eliminated smelly foods like onion and garlic. I bought new clothes, new shoes, started using sports laundry detergent, adding enzymes. I added prescription deodorants on top of regular deodorants. Health food stores, I did supplements, detoxes, cleanses, colonics, naturopaths. I saw a Chinese medical practitioner. Nothing made any sense. All the harassment, nothing lined up. Who I saw? Well, at the time my dentist swore there was nothing. That was until 2009 when he went on a rage and refused to treat me. The neurologist I'd been seeing said nothing. The chiropractor said, "You're crazy. I get up and close and personal to people. And many are ripe, and I smell nothing. There's nothing wrong with you." I saw 4 different family practitioners during that time. The nurse practitioner Vale I had been seeing, told me I needed to go to church and let him find me a husband. Never, not once did I ever go to a singles group. I don't know what I was looking for, but I didn't find what I thought I'd find, okay? Dr. Troy, the last family practitioner I was seeing, pushed me into therapy. She said, "You need to have HR, you need to have management, you need to have somebody call me and tell me what it is. I won't discuss your case, I won't discuss you, but until somebody tells me what it is, I can't help you." Pushed me into therapy, and same thing. They'd lie to my face. After the first visit, they'd have the windows open though it was 90 degrees, the blower blowing the whole time, and after 4 or 5 visits, they'd just go on a rage and get nasty. So, I saw internal medicine, endocrinologist, podiatrist, urologist, gastroenterologist, 12 specialists just for this. Almost $7,000 I spent on unnecessary doctors, tests, procedures, medications, and products. And in 4 years, not one decent human being. So in July 2009, I found this article online about someone who had TMAU, and I found the primetime special with Camille and Sandy and pushed to get tested. Got into a geneticist, and they didn't smell anything. They said they'd seen hundreds of people after the primetime special aired, and nobody. They did say that there were other things they could test for if the test came back negative. So, at least it was in the right spot, right? I did lie about getting fishy comments. No one ever made fishy comments, but I was so desperate to get help from somewhere. I did tell them that I had fishy comments. So in September, I finally found a lab that would ship in glass on ice. And it took until January of 2010 to get my test results back. The day I got my test, I took a half a day off work. I went in early, and as I walked in the building, my coworkers started making the smelly, nasty comments. I shouldn't have to deal with this, the fake coughs, and like I was told, I just put my headphones on and put my head down and did my job. 4 hours later, I left and drove 45 minutes across town. Didn't wash up, didn't change clothes like I had been. I figured if I'm going to the doctors, I want them to be able to smell whatever it is these people are going on about, right? Nothing. I get my test results, and they were not shipped on ice in glass. But it was still 6 times higher than normal. So it was a definite positive. They brought in a 3rd geneticist who was pregnant and sensitive to odors. She said the smell of her husband made her nauseous, and she took the time to smell my hair and my skin. Nothing. I worked with a nutritionist, and I got that bug-eyed face, but I mean, if they'd never seen someone with TMAU, maybe that was it. I spent over 2 hours in that office, and they swore they smelled nothing. So as I'm walking across the atrium, across the hospital to get back to my car, these 3 women look up and they get that face. And they start elbowing each other. And as I go by, they go start the fakey coughs. And the, ew, ew, something smells. And they run off laughing. Yeah, it's like that. It's always been like that. So Monday morning, I go to the owner of the company I'm working for, and I tell him I know what it is. I know what I need to do. I just want the harassment to stop. He took the test results from my hands, put them in a filing cabinet, and fired me for making false accusations against my coworkers. For 9 months, I could not get one call back for any job. I couldn't even get a call back about going back to school and recertifying to do something from home. Nothing. So 9 months later, I filed for permanent disability. Lost my home, filed for bankruptcy. You win. So, 2010, what I did, I started the supplements, the very low pH washes and products, kept my choline levels to about 150 milligrams a day for the first couple years, printed out the USDA choline list and crossed everything that was high in choline and anything I could live without. Then I printed out the lists of sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, creatinine, the other nutrients that are processed by the FMO3 enzyme, and crossed off everything that was high and anything I could live without. And from there, it's a numbers game. I stayed at 150 milligrams until I could go a year with no problems, till this hate group caught up. And now I stay about 250 milligrams a day. 450 is normal for an adult woman. I will drop it lower if I'm eating broccoli or anything that's high in choline or one of the other nutrients. But I have no problems. I have no problems until this hate group catches up. Oh yeah, and I finished menopause in 2010. I think that had a lot to do with it. Once my hormones regulated, I had no problems. It's just a game. So, why I don't get involved in the support groups. For 4 years, I was involved in the support groups. I went to a couple meetups, looking for some input. And, well, they took my test results, put them in a file folder. And all I really got was, well, I got it worse. I got it worse. Well, you can have it the worst. Now, to be fair, most people who are actually diagnosed with TMAU, they can't smell it. So it is what it is. The online support group and the conference calls I was involved with for 4 years. Actually, the woman who led that support group, I asked her when I left Ohio if I could use her address as a change of address for any mail I might have missed, so that this hate group wouldn't follow me. And until 2014, about a year after I left Ohio, everything was fine. And then I started getting a lot of attitude. A lot of attitude from Sharon. Every time I picked up the phone, it was negative, it was nasty. She was trashing on people in the group. She was trashing on the woman who ran the other support group. She was telling me I shouldn't be paying my bills. Well, Sharon, if I didn't want to pay my bills, I wouldn't ask you to catch any of my mail that I missed, right? People in the support group started getting a lot of attitudes, telling me I was correcting my grammar, telling me I wasn't doing it the right way, going, ew, I would never eat that, posting videos on YouTube saying I shouldn't have to control my diet, I shouldn't have to take a shower, people should just accept me the way I am. So yeah, there's a lot of bad information out there too, and a lot of people not doing anybody any good. But at that time, I had to quit talking to Sharon, and I got this email, and she said, I got your bill, I got your mail. If I was vindictive, I'd give them your real address. And I wrote back and I said, if you were my friend, you'd forward my email, or you'd forward my mail. Vindictive over what, Sharon? You're the one who turned all nasty on me. Did you join the hate mob? Coincidence? I don't know. Right at that time, my North Carolina address showed up on the internet, not her address. Now, I changed all my mail directly. I locked my credit reports, and it wasn't her address that showed up. It was my real address. Did you join the hate mob, Sharon? That time, I started getting the faces and the comments. My car was vandalized. I had women who run the food pantries following me around with their cell phones. taking pictures, that bug-eyed face. People quit speaking to me. My dog was poisoned. My home was broken into. I had stuff missing and destroyed the back door. Somebody actually called the police out to my house to check on me. They wouldn't tell me who. I took documentation in, pictures, everything I'd been through there in East Bend, and when I told them where it was coming from, they just laughed me out of the police station, refused to even file a report. So I'm done with the support groups. Yeah. All the information's out there. There's a lot more than there was in 2010, probably even more than 2014. If you're looking for someone to give for research, for a cure, good luck. Most people with TMAU can't hold a job, can't support themselves. I hope you have someone who can give for research. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. And in my case, I know even if I tested today and my levels were near normal or normal, that this group wouldn't stop. So let's go into what's happened since I posted the first video. Well, the little man god, she wants him, that's all stopped. The entire length of my car has been keyed. I found meat packaging in the yard. The dog didn't get sick this time. 3 times I had total strangers, well, 2 people I'd never ever met before, but 3 times I had people say, why don't you move? Why don't you just move? Well, I hear North Carolinians are the nicest people in the world, but they'd never take part in a hate mob. So why would I ever want to go anywhere else? Besides, wherever I go, there you'll be. I've had 7 people make catty, cutting little comments about not having kids. You want to know why I thank my God I never brought kids into this world? Top 3 reasons. 3, I didn't pass on this genetic disorder, even though it would have been 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance. 2, I have no ties to my ex. And the number 1 reason? Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you would have spent the last decade destroying my hypothetical children's lives for fun and sport. So, that's what I've got for you today. I hope it helps somebody. And till next time.